Welcome to Analytics Friday. Today we're going to talk about the doubts and some articles that people read and different blog posts that are not quite true. So people sometimes get wrong ideas about concepts and misconceptions about how analytics work, and in this case how Google Analytics works. So I always recommend taking the update from the Google itself, so the provider of the software, because it's they know their tool better than anyone, I think. Taking not sometimes you don't get the consideration from the guys that aren't very quite new to the audit, and don't try really all the things that people are doing on their websites with analytics. So I really recommend some authors and guys out there that are really awesome, like Simo Ava, Avinash, Kauzik, Cotroni, and the guys from Google Analytics. There's a pretty lady there that is doing an awesome job, and I think you always know it. She do a lot of videos for the Google Academy, and she's really awesome. She knows a lot about the products and a lot about Google Analytics itself and all the platforms and so on. But when you read something on or you see something, you have to be careful about what are you reading, and why are the concepts there that can really resonate with yours, because sometimes you can read the different parts and get a different idea, and sometimes we are lacking about some basics about web analytics. So we really need to have these concepts and read the tool from the provider, that is Google, from the software provider. And normal, I can mention here an example how a session is calculated. So sometimes some guys say that okay, this is not really the issue, but if you don't understand how a session is calculated, how a page view is tracked, and how goals are measured, you can really get really nasty decisions about your Google Analytics. So you should take care of that, and read carefully on the provider of the software. And there are really very good guys on the web analytics space that are really good. They are really known to the people working on the industry. So you have to stick with them. But if you get a really update, you have to look for the provider of the software from Google Analytics. They have some forums, and the forums, when are moderated with the inside guys, I think it's the best. There are a lot of guys that are really good. Brian Clifton, Avinash, as I said, Simo Ava. So we need to have our judgment. How you read, you have to think about it. How a page is created, how a session is created, to see what are you getting, how a bounce rate is calculated on the web analytics space and in the tool, because some guys try to diminish the bounce rate with some nasty tactics that are really not very useful. Because sometimes what happens is that you don't get really good metrics on the other, and quality metrics. So that is always the end of it. So be careful, and see you soon on the Analytics Friday. Take care, guys.